I'm going to give you my no BS guide to making trading bots here in 2025. I'm going to reveal my full tech stack and everything, dude. I promise you'll see the full steps in order to see how to automate your trading. You will never have to trade by hand again.
Yes, our slogan must be learn, baby, learn so that we can earn, baby, earn.
That's MLK Jr. We gotta earn, we gotta learn, baby, learn so we can earn, baby, earn. And we all got into trading to get our time back, right? So why are you staring at these charts all day? They're too emotional, you know that. We need bots to trade for us. We need to automate our trading. That's the only way. And the great thing, I'll teach you the whole process here, but the great thing with automated trading is you're forced to prove that you actually have an edge, and it's not just 9:30 and all your other trading buddies are on to trade right now. You're forced to prove that your strategy actually works. I'm going to give you the whole a bunch of code today. I'm gonna give you the ultimate resource. Let's dive in here and show you how to actually automate your trading. This is my system I follow. The process of automating your trading starts with research of trading strategies. You have to have a bunch of strategies that might work. And once you find those strategies that might work, then you backtest those strategies to see if they actually work in the past. Backtesting is the process of taking some code, and you can go ahead and screenshot this code right here. This is the actual code that I use to backtest. I just throw in the strategy into this. You can ask AI, hey, go ahead and update this code so I have so it works with the strategy that I think of, whether that's a VWAP strategy, a ADX strategy, or RSI, whatever it may be. It comes down to coming up with really great ideas and then testing those ideas to see if they work in the past. If they work in the past, they're much more likely to work in the future. So right there, I just broke something in your mind, right? You said, hey, I want to automate my trading. Boom, I'm going to build a bot and make millions of dollars. And I tell you this, dude, that's not the way to do it, because I did that, lost 10K on my first bot because I thought, oh, big head moon dev here, he can just go build a bot and make $1 million. No, you have to have good ideas, strategies that actually work in the past. That's why I have this RBI system. Research, backtest, and then implement. This will save you a lot of time and a lot of money, and it will force you to prove your edge, which is so amazing. My name is Moondev. I believe code is a great equalizer. Ever since I figured out that anybody can learn how to code, especially these days with AI, I spent my first 10 years in tech, just being scared of learning how to code, thinking only like super smart people could do it. But I'm here in a bedroom, just like you, dude. Got a little whiteboard behind me, and I spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on pretty bad developers and working with them, and now I can just code anything, including trading bots. And that's why I learned, is because I had a urgent issue, an issue of over trading, emotionally trading, things going up, things going down, and me trying to chase them or getting me scared. So now I just have automated trading systems do it all for me. This is the RBI system that I follow. It comes down to coming up with great ideas. You can go through Google Scholar. They have tons of PhDs. You can read books, study podcasts. Here's my book list here. By the way, this is all free on moondev.com, myname.com. And Market Wizards for trading. There's 3 to 4 really great books that interview probably 100 great traders. The Man Who Solved the Market. This is about Jim Simons, the best automated trader in the world, who ran up a net worth of $31 billion. This Chat with Traders podcast is a great podcast to get in the minds of probably 200, 300 different traders. It comes down to, remember this, RBI, research, backtest, and implement. Find great ideas, test those ideas. If those ideas work, then build a bot with small size. And I just follow this checklist. I promise you that I would give you more today. I want to give you my full tech stack as well. And then I want to show you some code of me building some backtests, because really it comes down to this, RBI. And I've done my research. And I continue to do research, but I have a note sheet full of ideas to trade. And now I just need to backtest them. We're going to build some backtests today, maybe build some bots, and maybe build some other things. But first, I want to give you that tech stack that I promised you. Okay, what is my tech stack for this? Now, you might want to use some AI here if you please. You know, ChatGPT is nice with me. I can use Gemini too, Jiminy here. And I'm sure you've asked, what type of or maybe you haven't. What type of code do I use, or what type of language do I use for coding trading bots? My tech stack as a individual quant here is, first off, Python. Python is a coding language, and it took me a while to figure out, hey, what language do I use? And Python is that language. So that's the first piece of the tech stack, Python. But you're also probably wondering, where do I even code that Python? Well, I code that Python in something called Cursor. Cursor is really nice. Now, if you're getting into coding, I know this is the intimidating part. This starts to look intimidating. You haven't coded yet, but Cursor is really cool. It's called an IDE. It's where you actually write your code. It's really cool because you can say Command I and say, hey, I don't quite understand this token overview function. Can you please break it down to me and give me 3 examples of how it works? I'm just learning how to code. So what's cool is you can ask the AI, and it's got AI integrated. And what's great about that is, because I know I'm flying through these videos, dude, because I'm just showing you over the shoulder. YouTube doesn't want me to show this stuff anymore, so they might be taking it down soon. Make sure to get on that Twitch if you're not already there. At the end of the day, if this is too advanced for you, all you have to do is say, hey, dude, take this code, take a screenshot of my code and say, hey, explain it to me. Give me 3 different examples. Or you can do what I do and say, hey, I got a brand new idea. I got a new strategy. I'm following the RBI. I'm coming up with these ideas. Hey, code this for me. And it just codes for you. So there's really no excuse for anybody these days. So you got Python, my tech stack, Python, Cursor IDE. I use a VPS to host my algos. Now you can find these VPS hosting pretty much anywhere, dude. I'm not going to go ahead and tell you which one I use, because then you think I'm plugging it. So I'm not going to do that. But you're essentially saying I'm a VPS server, and I use Ubuntu. When you're setting up your server, you can set up a Ubuntu server. Don't even worry about that for the first year, though, because for the first year of this, you're going to be probably running locally on your computer. What type of computer do I have? I've got a MacBook Air. I started on a MacBook Air. So you don't need a crazy computer. I started with a MacBook Air. I moved to a MacBook Mini. I could use an Acer. I could use an Asus. It does not matter. The one thing that I can't use is my phone. I see people come in here sometimes and say, hey, Moondev, can I use my phone to automate my trading? And I don't think we're there yet, especially because everybody with a computer will have a huge edge on you. You don't have Cursor on your phone. So any other laptop, though, you could find the cheapest laptop, You could find the cheapest laptop and you're good, dude. So don't let that hold you back. If you're trading by hand, you're going to lose all your money. So you might as well put some of that money into one of these laptops first. So you got Python as my tech stack. You got Cursor IDE. You got a VPS Ubuntu if you need it a year down the line. The exchanges that I use, Hyperliquid. Hyperliquid is the perpetual exchange, meaning the exchange that I can use a little bit of leverage on, but stay away from leverage, dude. Be careful with that. 1-2x leverage max. Hyperliquid. This is the exchange that I trade on. They give you a ton of data. I show you a ton of code here inside of this roadmap that I showed you. That's free on moondev.com. You can have a bunch of code from YouTube down here, and there's some Solana scanner code here and Hyperliquid trading bot here. You can see this is a lot of the code for Hyperliquid trading bot. Fetches daily data. I give this all for free because I believe code's a great equalizer. So all of this code is here. You can either pause the video and capture all this code, or just head on over to the website and get it for free. Okay, so you got Python, you got Cursor IDE, you got Ubuntu VPS, you got Hyperliquid Exchange. What else do I use to trade? I use Jupiter. Jupiter is pretty much a decentralized exchange for Solana tokens. So where do I find Solana tokens to trade? I go to RBI. You can also use Dex Screener. So I'm trying to give you all of the sauce here right at the start, because I know you're a busy guy. So Dex Screener and RBI will help me filter through all of the tokens here on Solana. Then I go ahead and I use Jupiter to trade them, but I use Jupiter SDK here, and I use the Python version.